More on The Shaping of a Christian Family by Elisabeth Elliot.
Elizabeth does talk about spanking. She believes it is necessary. That was used in her child home. Her parents kept 18-inch switches above each door frame. They would be within easy reach. Also talks about discipline and enforcement is the term she uses. She kind of talks about the death penalty and talks about Singapore as an aspirational example because they have stringent consequences to keep behavior in check for the common good. She does define what a spanking is: a deliberate measure of pain delivered calmly, lovingly, and with self-control on a loved child in order to deliver him from self-will and ultimate self-destruction. She defines it, but she never offers a basis on where she's getting that definition or why that should be. Here's where I think any real discussion of spanking in Christian literature really breaks down, and I've mentioned elsewhere, it's not exegetically or hermeneutically supportable to say the Bible requires Christian parents to spank, particularly the way it's often described in parenting literature, which is spanking very young children, swatting them on their bottom, something like this, switching them, these sort of things. We none of that is in the Bible. So it really is a cultural understanding of like, well, this is what corporal punishment means. And Elisabeth here is essentially saying because enforcement or discipline is needed, corporal punishment is a good. But I think she goes further to sort of say it needs to be done. She does name on page 164, she says, it was our parents' object to break the child's will without breaking the child's spirit. And this is in contrast to what Trumbull, if you'll see those reels, her grandfather has said about not breaking a will. In this same paragraph, she quotes him and says, those who object to the breaking idea may prefer my great-grandfather's choice of words of will training rather than will breaking. But she says that will breaking was her parents' philosophy. She speaks with much admiration for her father, describes him as a very tender, kind, thoughtful, engaged, present father who respected his children as individuals. We hear a little bit, her mother, an article her mother wrote for Monthly Moody is included, and her mother talks about child training methods, kind of like cry it out, spanking young infants and toddlers, and this sort of methodology. The home she's describing is very calm. It sounds very calm, very quiet, very ordered, and for everyone. She doesn't attempt to address, well, what if it's not? What if the father in the home is not benevolent or loving? What if he's abusive? What if his anger's out of control? What then? How does the home life hierarchy work out then?